Basically Unleash, right? You gotta stand on cliffs, right? Yeah, it's like every anime object gets on the cliffs. It's like, there we go! You gotta stand on cliffs. It's like, you gotta stand there and like, you know, you gotta pose, do cool pose on cliffs, right? It's probably like the best visual one. This feels like different, honestly, yeah. Like now it's more like I'm talking here. Yeah, this one feels the most different. Seriously, they'll comment below. Is this like some other period of the time when they're trying to do audio music? No, but I mean, like, this feels... Yeah, this feels very different, I think, than the other ones. I feel like I'm banned core or something. No, I get too much into this like actual video. Like, wait, where did you record this thing? So I'm wondering. Yeah, I have to go back to that later. I was like, wait, is that like a raft or something? In the water there. Yeah, I go back. I think about it now. Yeah, it's like a raft, like a bridge or something in the water. Might be the most controversial Band-maid video yet. Yeah, I don't see how people feel about it. No, but seriously, I was a little bit like, huh. I'm probably gonna have an interesting opinion I feel about this video. So people might get angry at this video, guys. But I hope you guys like it. The honesty, right? I'm a little bit like, oh no, people. Okay, so I'm checking out influencer because obviously my dream is to become an influencer. Okay, probably the most. For the first one I've seen in natural, yeah. Classic blue flower red tea. I have to say, me think like, it might be hard to get the stuff out there. Yeah, this is like an actual. This is like green screen. No, it's a real right. Yeah, it's hard to find this place, and it's like an old quarry or something. But it's kind of like it's basically Unleash, right? You gotta stand on cliffs, right? Yeah, it's like every anime object gets on the cliffs. It's like, there we go. You gotta stand on cliffs. It's like, you gotta stand there and like. You know, you gotta pose, do cool pose on cliffs, right? Very much so, very much so. It's a very visually stunning place, absolutely. I'm gonna be that guy, but I will say this actually probably my least favorite song so far. Yeah, I gotta look like 20 subscribers in 1 minute. No, but it's like, it's not like bad, but yeah, it doesn't have that like powerful riff so far. I think like the other one has. It's a little more low down. Chorus, good. This is probably like the best visual one. Yeah, I feel it's like an offset there. Okay, it's growing on me. It's like a mantra, so it's growing on me. Yeah, it's like I think I'm being mind controlled. Yeah, it's like it gets better each time I hear the. I will say that though, but. This feels like different, honestly, yeah. Like now it's more like I'm talking here. Yeah, this one feels the most different. Seriously, they'll comment below. Is this like some other period of the time when they're trying to do audio music? No, but I mean, like, this feels very different, I think, than the other ones in many ways. There's a bit like chatting too, right? You know, like, Is that how they got there? I have to say, I'm wondering. Yeah, I have to go back to that later. I was like, wait, is that like a raft or something? In the water there. Yeah, I go back. I think about it now. Yeah, it's like a raft, like a bridge or something in the water next to them. Look at that thing. Yeah, is this like some? I feel like I'm banned core or something. No, I get too much into this like actual video. Like, wait, where did you record this thing? Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's break it down. Let's talk about that. So this thing here, right? It looks like a raft or something. It looks like it's like kind of abandoned. I mean, you'd even have like something on the side there. It's like a guardrail or something. Yeah, and it kind of covers it in the water. This looks like something like it used to be maybe a bridge or something. Like it used to be like a factory or something like that. They removed it. I have to say that I am very much interested in the whole area now. Yeah, and I'm sorry. Some people probably will get angry at me now. You're like, oh, it's supposed to be a Band-maid. Yeah, stop caring about the visuals. But I'm like, this is interesting to me, like, because obviously the rocks, right, are very, you know, they're very, very I say it, they're flat, right? They're flattened out, right? They're slimmed down, right? Yeah, this is not a natural occurrence, of course. So put it closer here, right? Just standing up here, right, on the cliff, because you have to have enemy cliffs, right? And as you can see, right, they're very much, they're very straight, right? So while you have called aeration might like destroy rocks or whatever in nature, this clearly looks like a kind of quarry or something like, a factory spinning, right? And it became removing the rocks, right? That's why it's so perfectly like, orthogonal, so for the orthogonal angles of it. But especially then we also have this platform there. That looks like something that's been there before, like maybe a bridge or something, maybe something like that. You can see it here as well, right? Because it looks like it shifts, right? This is kind of how a quarry looks, right? Because it's like first he removed all the rocks, right, in one, the marbles or whatever, right, in one angle, and then you go up to the next floor and it's just slightly, into it, right? So you kind of see how they have made it like a giant staircase. Again, that looks like that's like some kind of marble quarry, stone quarry, something like that. Would be my guess here, right? In the past, though, because obviously now there's like plants growing on these floors here, so that might have been like 50 years ago, 100 years ago, or whatever. I was waiting for someone to leave a comment below and like explain everything. Oh, this was recorded in this like Japanese quarry in like Nagoya, it's out there, and it's like that's where it is. That's what I'm expecting. Someone has to tell me exactly what it is, but it has to be something like that. Especially over there as well, you can really see how it goes like a giant staircase. So it's clearly, I would very much assume it's man-made in that sense. But anyway, so they put a song as well. But I got really intrigued in the actual visuals. I was like, yeah. Now, this to me, right, as I said earlier, felt like the biggest difference in music I've seen so far. I think the other songs has been kind of, the same kind of genre, whatever, right? And of course it goes, this is still hard rock or whatever, music rock, glamour rock, whatever, blah, blah. But it feels like this one, to me, I keep saying it, but it felt very different than the previous ones. Or maybe not very different, but it felt the most different one, the way the song went, and especially around this area here, where they were like, kind of talking, right? I called it chit-chatting earlier, but something like that. Where they were like, kind of like, yeah, the music kind of commenting, like some rap. I don't know, yeah, it felt kind of strange. But I got kind of into that, yeah, the more I listened to that part, it became a little bit like a mantra. Like at this place here, you get that like yeah, and you can say the same thing over and over again. It got kind of, it started getting better, I have to say that. And I think it is a song where you listen to it a few times, it grows on you. I feel it gets better and better each time I listen to it, right? But I don't think it grabbed me as much in the beginning, right? Compared to, Rock Lady, right? The latest one from the opening of Modesty Lady Rock, that one is like immediately, right? This one here is a much more a slower start to it, and we kind of get the guitar solos, so kind of the more riffs later. So this is like minute 2.5, right? It's like 3 minutes into it, so you get it kind of late, yeah. It definitely felt like the whole song was more of a build up in that sense too, yeah. Like it went definitely slower in the beginning and up to it. So I don't know. I'm trying to be diplomatic here, I was like, I hated it. No, but I didn't hate it. But I think, to be fair, I do find it was the one I liked the least. But also perhaps because of that, where I felt like, is this actually, because not only the whole tempo of it, that it was slower or whatever, but more like, okay, they're kind of like changing now, the chit-chatting into it. There's also kind of bit in the middle of the rap. Yeah, it just felt like, I don't know, man, this is like some experimental phase or something. I don't know. Oh god, I don't know, guys. I'm just being honest, right? I'm just being honest. But like I said, it's like I hate it. I don't think it's worst. This was my favorite part, probably again, though, right? The guitar soloing and so on. Yeah. So this is like, But I did feel it was just slightly different, right? Slightly weirder, different. Than the previous ones. I think it's interesting though in the sense that I think this is probably the best visual one from an actual like surrounding standpoint. Sure, I'm also kind of the whole, oh my god, look at the rocks or whatever. But I do find it fascinating, honestly, right, that I feel this is like the best visual looking music video from Band-maid, of course, not counting Unleashed and like some, the anime ones, which is by far my favorite so far. But I think it's like maybe an 8 out of 10, maybe, right, from like the music. But it's like a 10 out of 10 visually, yeah. Where some of the other ones, I felt there was like a 9 out of 10 visually, 9 out of 10 music. So this is still like one of my favorites ones still so far anyway, though. Because visually, I think it's much more appealing. This is really interesting, this area, and it looks really well done, and like the different zooming out and going over them and so on, right? So it has a lot of stuff going for it in that aspect, and it also just feels more harder to do as well, right? Just going out here in the wilderness, basically, getting the drum set there or so on. Yeah, it feels harder. The other ones feels more like a, or maybe I'm speaking a fool. Maybe it's all green screen. It's all green screen. Are you tricking me? This is too good, yeah. Now I was thinking when I watched it the first time, I was like, man, this is like, it's hard to get all the stuff out there, all the equipment. But it's interesting, because I think it is the best one I've seen from a live action visual standpoint. So, but anyway, guys, leave a comment below. Someone is probably gonna be like, this is exactly the core here. Yeah, I know everything you're talking about, and someone's gonna be super angry at me. How can you say this is the best music ever made? I haven't even made that video yet, because I'll be making in the future, guys. Maybe next week I will make a video where I talk like who's my favorite member or something. Yeah, that's like some really tier list or something. Yeah, I'm like, she's probably the best before. Yeah, then I'm gonna get some real wars going on, Band-maid wars. They can come after me. But anyway, so you guys have a great day.